You'll mess up the whole floor.
It's just a bit of dirt.
For you, it's just a bit of dirt, but for me, it's another whole hour of scrubbing. I've already told Talbot 1,000,000 times. I don't care how the other houses here look. When someone comes into my house, their shoes stay outside.
Why do you have such a problem with dirt?
Why? Because of the vermin, of course. Well, we already have rats in our house. There's a constant scratching and rasping sound behind the house. The noise is driving me crazy. And Talbot, that damn slacker, said it was normal.
I could take a look if you like.
I'd be extremely grateful if you could find out what it is. I'll see if I can find a little reward for you.
What's Talbot up to?
He's a waster, that's all. He just hangs around outside all day, instead of helping me in the house.
What is it?
It looks to me as if you were just standing around.
Me? Just standing around? I make sure everyone is where they should be.
So you're the boss here, are you?
Not exactly. The bosses are the mages in the big house. But I'm responsible for everything else. I'm the one who keeps things ticking over here.
All right, and now tell me, who is really in charge here?
You mean General Magnus, I suppose. Most of the time he's over in the square outside the Great Hall of the Mages.
Good. Carry on.
Yes, I still have lots to do. I'm gonna...
Poor creatures. Working as slaves to the mages.
They look happy to me.
Just because they're too stupid to notice doesn't make it all right.
Hey there, short ass.
Palupo di paga nupsi.
Yeah.
No? You don't understand nothing? Good. That's because me no monolith stone. All gone. Kasim no longer have stone. You don't be bashing Kumpo Gunu.
It's all right, I understand. You no longer have the stones, I get it.
Yip yip.
Monolith stones. I should tell the mage responsible about this little chap here. Now, can you tell me what stones you're on about?
Stones? I said Kasim no stones.
Fuck, I don't really care either way.
Okay. Yep.
Ah, new homie in the camp. Abbas knows them all. Abbas remembers when only fields and trees were here.
Typical mages. Cut everything down to build their damned outlandishments.
Do you know any stories about Tyrannus?
Yep, homie. We gnomes here before mages. When mages arrived, they offered deal. They give us gold, and we work for them. If homie has gold, Abbas can sell dinghy, or tell stories.
What do you actually do here?
Abbas is elder of the gnomes, watches over them, and gathers shiny stones for mages. Sadly, Abbas lost Lami. He was hardest working gnome of all.
Then I'll keep an eye out for Lami.
Famo, homie. Looky, looky.
Tell me something. Tell me about you gnomes.
We collect dinghy on every island. Always looking for the most pretty dinghy there is. The Orikulki.
Why?
At the end of his life, every GNU needs his Orikulki to leave this world with honor. That is our... destiny. Yes.
Who's in charge here?
Magnus is important, homie. Tells everyone what to do. Zacharias is biggest mage, but he's always busy. Easier to talk to other mages. If you want to learn, go to Stanley, Gordon, and Hardwick. Oh, and Roderick makes delicious soup.
What's so special about the crystals?
Yep, homie. Mages want shiny stones from Kava, from the mines. Gnu, help. There are many Kavas here on the island of crystals. And because we many Gnu, we bring many shiny stones. The homies need many to build big stone circle on the bridge.
What do you sell?
Go kill.
Zero.
Hey, you. I know who you are.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're that person who weighed anchor here not too long ago. I also know what you want.
And what do I want?
Our crystals, of course. And if you want to learn magic, you're gonna need them. But you're gonna have to earn them.
How do I earn crystals?
Well, I'd say that you need a strong arm.
Let me guess. I need a fucking pickaxe.
Exactly. But if you're willing to take the risk, I can offer you a bet.
Go on.
How about a round of arm wrestling against me? If you win, I'll give you some crystals.
Tell me about arm wrestling.
You sail the seas in the company of pirates.
Yeah, enough said. I'll find someone who'll tell me.
If you want to challenge me, find me in a tavern at around midday.
Right. What do you need as my stake?
Forget it. Defeating you will be good enough.
Right.
You know what? You buy a round of grog for the lads if you lose.
What'll it cost me?
300 gold and you're in. Just so you know, there'll be no more crystals if you lose. So only challenge me at the tavern if you've got what it takes.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm a fighter. I've never done anything else. First for the Inquisition, and now for the mages. I guard the camp alongside Frink, Magnus and the others. So if you violate the rules, I'll probably be the one who beats you up.
What are the rules of the camp?
Talk to Frink. He will teach you them.
Frink?
You'll find him at the entrance of the mine.
You understand your craft.
Well, you know, eventually you will meet someone who's better than you.
But if you train me, that won't happen soon.
Well, why not? Close combat is my strong point. Let's see if I can still teach you something.
How about melee combat?
What do you want to know?
I'm not good enough yet.
Ah, a new face in the camp. Are you the replacement for Geralt?
Not that I know of.
Damn. I'd hoped that somebody would finally take over his post. Does that mean I have to continue dealing with this waster?
What kind of a problem have you got with Geralt?
Where do I start? He can't even do the simplest tasks. We've got rules here, and if they aren't observed, we'll have big problems.
There were times when people tried to live without rules. Those were happy times.
What rules are you talking about?
Well, prick up your ears, okay? 1. The word of the mages is law. 2. Crystal mining is top priority. And 3, one must not flake out at one's post.
All right. Understood.
Ah, really? What's the first rule?
The word of the mages is law.
Correct. Nothing gets done without a strong chain of command. Only those who obey the rules of the camp will achieve something.
Do you need help?
Yes. I've been waiting too long for a bag of crystals to be delivered from the camp's mine. I'm not counting on Geralt bringing them anymore, which is why you are going to get them. I'll make it worth your while.
I'll bring you your pouch of crystals.
Excellent. 4 filled pouches should suffice. Never forget, mining crystals has top priority.
Yeah.
Get lost. Get out of here.
It's going to happen soon.
Ah, shit, nothing. Hey, I'm a Gila. If you need something special or want to get rid of a few crystals, I'm your man.
Got any good tips?
Sure, if you're looking for weapons, talk to Gordon and Stanley. You can earn gold in arm wrestling matches or by throwing knives. Oh, and if you get the opportunity, run an errand for the mages. The rewards are worth it. You can also earn the odd coin drinking. I usually drink from late at night until dawn.
What's knife throwing like?
It's only for guys with a steady hand. You have to get the right moment to throw the knife. And if you need an opponent, ask around near the target. If you see someone training there, you can challenge them.
How is your arm wrestling?
Go talk to Roderick. Introducing it was his idea. He can tell you the rules. But be careful if you wrestle with him. He's got a battering ram instead of an arm.
Do you trade information as well?
A little bird twittered an interesting tidbit to me recently. Apparently, the mages have got themselves a nice pile of crystals. I bet a smart guy like you would have use for some of them.
As for the mage's crystals...
Not so fast, my friend. Information has a price, and I want gold.
What do you get out of it once I get the crystals?
Not much, other than the few gold coins I ask in payment for some information. It's more of a personal matter. I got caught stealing something from them once. The reprimand stung, and it still does today. I would feel a certain gratification if you stole from them.
I'll look into the matter with the crystals.
Good idea. It's time someone took stock there. And I think their records will soon show stocks are low, eh?
Which mages?
Well, I heard that Nurgle, the alchemist, keeps his valuables in a chest. And Lumbrock has a guard posted outside his room around the clock. He might as well have shouted from the rooftops that he's got something worth stealing. Master Faruko is the last one. Picking his chest will be quite a feat.
How do I get at the mage's chests?
You shouldn't have any difficulties with Nurgle. He's so scatterbrained he doesn't even lock it. It may take some sweet talking to get to Lumbrock's chest, though. The guard is pretty on the ball. But if you get a job from Lumbrock, you'd be able to enter his room, so good luck. As for Faruko, let me think. I heard he possesses a key. Talk to him and feel him out.
What? Hey, you! Come here!
What's going on?
Not so loud! Otherwise I'll be in trouble with the Guardians again.
Why do we have to whisper anyway?
The Guardians don't want anyone to ask for help.
Why? What's wrong with that?
Because my story just drives people crazy. At least, that's what Hardwick said.
What's your problem?
You want the short version or the long one?
The long version.
Alright. It was like this. Lena, Tokel and I lived in the fisherman's hut in the valley until not long ago. Fishing wasn't just my dream, it was theirs too. And we made a comfortable living.
And then?
Well, one day, a thick fog rolled in, and it became very cold. Then we noticed the fish had stopped biting.
You don't say. And then?
Well, then we decided to light a fire. But before we even managed to get it lit, we heard these strange noises.
Strange noises?
Yes. Coming from the fog. Something was in the fog.
Creatures came out of the fog. Go on.
Not just any creatures. You've never seen anything.
Let me guess. Shadow minions.
Yes. But how did you...
Just tell me what happened to your friends.
Well, that's the problem. I don't know what happened to them. I took to my heels and ran all the way here.
You're some friend.
Come on. I was scared witless. Please, can you go and check on them?
I'll take care of your friends.
Thank you. Finally, someone's doing something for me. I think you should start your search at the fisherman's hut. But make no mistake, those beasts are nothing to be trifled with.
Is there anything else I need to know about your friends?
Well, maybe you should go and have a look around on the small island in the lake. Maybe Tokel fled to that place. But that's just speculation. Nothing more.
You're not one of the Guardians.
I never trusted magic. I'm a fisherman. I was a fisherman before the mages began their experiments on this island.
Ah, a fisherman. And what are you fishing for up here in the camp?
Nothing. Stop making fun of me.
Because the shadow creatures you're talking about can't...
Typical. The noble mages conceal their only tavern in the cellar. Fun is probably a swear word for the people here.
Here, lad, fry yourself a piece of meat. You look famished.
Thanks.
So, what can I do for you? Would you like to replenish your supplies? Or maybe test your strength?
So, you provide supplies to the people here?
That's right. But it isn't always easy to fill all the hungry mouths. The work in the mines means the men are constantly hungry. Luckily, the gnomes don't eat very much. And when they're hungry, the garbage is also fine for them.
You give the gnomes rubbish to eat?
Of course. And I don't feel guilty about it either. They're not like those fancy mages. They don't give a toss if their sausage was lying in the dirt for a bit. The important thing is, it's nice and greasy and puts meat on their bones. Besides, I have to make do with what Rummold gives us.
Tell me about arm wrestling. I heard that you were the one who knew something about it.
Then you heard right. The rules are simple. Place your arm on the table and push. No bracing. And keep trying to twist the opponent's hand to the inside. That's how you'll get his hand on the table.
Who can I take on at arm wrestling?
I always arm wrestle straight after leaving work. It's a welcome change from the daily grind. Otherwise hard-week and downs turn up every now and then. When you see someone training at the table, chat to him, and he'll be happy to do a round with you.
I hate thieves. Another amateur in the camp. Or the ugliest dock whore I've ever seen.
Is this how you welcome every newcomer?
No, just the wimps.
I've already got enough to deal with right now. What is your problem with me?
That's enough. I can stop this little game now.
Game? What game?
Information. That's what I was after. I provoked you, and you revealed something about yourself, my naive friend.
Alright, I got it.
So it seems. You didn't allow yourself to be misled a second time. I think you've learned enough for today.
Why have you sided with the Guardians?
Well, for one thing, you can convince yourself that it's safe here, but the real reason is that you get a roof over your head and a meal on the table.
You don't sound very convinced.
I don't care how important extracting the crystals may be. I'm not going to work in some bloody mine. So my motto is, keep your head down, and you'll have a good life here.
Why does someone like you need that information?
Isn't that obvious? Information is valuable. It can sometimes determine the course of entire wars. Keep your ears open, and you can pocket a lot of gold.
You've got gold. I don't believe you.
You don't? Tell me something. How is it that a kid from the gutter can now call himself a guardian? Surely not because I have a loud mouth.
Alright. You are rich. What sort of information do you have to offer?
Since you don't perform guard duty, and you don't manage our stock lists, I don't have much for you. Of course, those robe-wearing bureaucrats have something to offer, but I'm sure you would have figured that out yourself. No. I've got another offer for you. Fork out some gold, and I'll teach you a few tricks.
What can you teach me?
What would you like to know?
What do I need to know about the camp?
You don't expect a lecture from me, do you?
No.
Good. Because you'll figure most of it out for yourself, anyway. What I can recommend is that you take a look in the back room of the tavern now and then. Occasionally, you'll meet someone there you can challenge to a drinking contest.
Who takes part in the drinking games here?
Oh, there are a couple of real pissheads running around here. Keep an eye out. If you really want to prove that you can hold your liquor, there's only one way. As soon as you find someone standing in the back room of the tavern with a bottle in his hand, challenge him to a drinking contest. And may the stronger liver win.
What is it? Is there a problem?
No. Why should there be a problem?
Because everyone who talks to me comes with a sack full of problems, and I solve problems. Those who control magic have nothing to fear.
Tell me something about the crystals and the mines.
I have no idea why the crystals are so powerful, but I do know they burn a nice hole in our enemies. And that's precisely why it's so important to mine them.
Right. You seem confident.
You bet. Just look what the mages have done here on Tyrannus. We don't care if the gods have abandoned the world. We don't need them anymore. The more crystals our mines produce, the greater our power.
How many crystals have you got with you?
Me? Oh, it's not worth mentioning. A handful, and that's it. This stuff is needed elsewhere more urgently.
Then you certainly won't mind handing over a few.
But not all of them. Here.
What else do you do, apart from making speeches?
Ha! Impressed, aren't you? Well, I'm waiting for the next order from Magnus. As long as he issues them, I'll be ready in advance. He who is well prepared will succeed in this camp, and that will be me.
How about a round of knife throwing?
Sure thing, but don't compete against any buffoon. I'll enter into a knife duel with you just as soon as you bring the necessary gold. But remember, I don't have time for these games when I'm not by the wheel.
The laundry isn't done yet. Come again later.
Laundry? What laundry?
The Guardian's laundry. Someone has to do it.
And I suppose that someone is you.
For some reason, I imagine my life as a cadet to be very different. As a Guardian, you'll be throwing fireballs all the time, they said. But the only fire I get to see is the one under the cooking pot.
So, you're the whipping boy around here?
Yes. I mean, no. Well, for now, but later...
Yeah, big plans, I get it.
If I didn't have my dreams, what would I have left?
Laundry?
Ah, thanks.
Tell me more about the Guardians.
We are the long arm of the mages, so to speak. All new recruits begin their service as a simple cadet. The boys who have served for a while will be appointed as Guardians. And only Magnus, our general, outranks them.
I understand. Ever considered running away?
Nope, I'd never consider it. Eventually, someone will come and take over my post. But for now, it would be helpful enough if someone could sweep the warehouse for me. Hey, you're still new. Don't you want to take on the job?
No, I never saw myself ending up as a cleaning lady. Sure, I'll sweep the warehouse. Fuck that. Alright, listen. How about I find someone to sweep the warehouse for you?
That works too. But take this broom with you. Can't do the job without the proper tools.
Where should I find your replacement for the warehouse?
That won't be easy at all. Surely none of the Guardians would want to do it. And asking the mages would cost you your head. It would probably be easiest to find somebody who has recently lost his job. Keep your eyes open.
Hold it. Where are you going? Civilians are not allowed here. Who let you in?
Typical Guardian. Red tape through and through, Do you even have to record who is allowed to enter your camp?
Just tell me what you're doing here.
I didn't know I had to report it. I'm here to talk to the mages.
I really don't care. I call the shots here. So you have to talk to me first. What is someone like you really doing on Tyrannus?
We're on the same side.
You expect me to believe that?
I don't have time to mess around. I want to fight the shadows, and I need your help.
You say you want to fight against the shadows with us? All right, convince me. Why should I waste my valuable time for you, of all people?
I helped a Guardian called Ramon in Antigua.
That may be the case, but I'll wait for the official report. You'll have to come up with something better than that for now.
I could join you.
Yeah, I need to teach you much about discipline first. But I can't take on any more cadets. I've got my hands full as it is here at the camp. And then there's the mines. Until I get a report on the condition of my mines, I don't have time for other things.
Who's the most powerful mage here?
That would be the head of this colony, the Honorable Mage Zacharias.
Alright. And where can I find him?
He's busy with his research and is not to be disturbed. If you want to know more, talk to Master Erasmus. You can usually find him in the upper levels of the Great Hall.
Does that mean I can talk to the mages in the Great Hall?
If you ask me, no. I think you'd better stay out here. The mages in the Great Hall have had enough distractions in the last few days.
I should have known. What are you doing against the shadows here on Tyrannus?
I know that they have already begun to conquer the island, but I don't have enough men to handle the situation. One of those Shadow Lords has set up camp not far from here.
A Shadow Lord here on Tyrannus? Where is he?
He came by sea, landed on the western shore of the island. Over there, where the sun darkens and all is blighted by shadows. That's where his dominion begins. Be wary, and don't get too close to him.
Your ship out there, does it ever leave the harbor?
All hell's broken loose out on the open sea. It's better if it stays right where it is. And before you get any ideas, only one of us, a guardian, can serve on board our ship.
I can take care of your mines.
Out of the question. I've already assigned some men to that job.
And how are they doing?
I'm still waiting for their report. I've been for days.
Sounds like you've got everything under control.
All right. You win. You've got the job. Go into the mines and see what the hell's going on down there. But don't you dare make me regret my decision.
One more thing about the mines.
Yes?
How many mines are there on Tyrannus?
The crystal deposits are pretty far apart on this island. There could be 4 that may be of use to us. You'll find the entrance to one of the mines here, right behind our settlement's warehouse. One mine is in the north of the island, not far from here. Another is also in the north, but closer to the heart of Tyrannus. And another should be somewhere near the port in the south. But I can't say for sure. So far, we've only found 3 of them.
What do you need from the mines?
I need a report from each foreman. The mages have been pestering me about it for days. They want their crystals. So, do me a favor and don't screw up, all right?
I discovered a new mine to the south.
Ah, where exactly?
Near the harbor. It was teeming with goblins, but not anymore.
Ah, excellent. I knew there was still something of value down there. Well done. See Gaddy and tell him about the new mine. He's a gnome at the harbor. Tell him to take over the mine. The sooner the better.
Come on. Let me into the Great Hall of the Mages. I'll try not to get into any trouble.
Very well. After all, you've done much for us. Go to them. But don't distract them too much from their work.
Great.
Anyone? Stop! You're not going to just saunter in here, are you?
And what if I am?
No way. General Magnus doesn't want anyone to disturb the mages. So without the General's permission, I'm not letting anyone in. Are we clear?
I see. General Magnus asked me to speak to the mages.
Oh, yeah? And I'm supposed to believe that?
Do I have to get the General down here?
Nah. Forget it, I believe you. For all I care, just go in if you want.
Are you this friendly to everyone?
You aren't responsible for the mage's safety. If anything goes wrong or goes missing, I'm the one who gets it in the neck. They don't pay me nearly enough for this shit.
I'm sure you'll do fine.
Not like I've got a choice. I thought being a guardian would make me rich and famous. I'd go out and do some heroic deeds, and everyone in the tavern would love me for it. Instead, I just hang about here. And every once in a while, some cretin comes by and wants to compete with me.
How about some arm wrestling?
I knew it. Haven't you got anything better to do?
You scared?
No way. I'll break your arm. But we'll only wrestle once, for gold. And the winner takes all. Just so you know, I'm only ever at the tavern until noon. If you want to wrestle later than that, you can forget it. I'm on duty then.
What do you think of this part of the world?
The mages are powerful and have built a substantial base here. And they are pursuing the wrong objectives. They haven't really understood the dangers and will perish like all the others.